Hello, good evening, this is Diecast and I hope you're all doing well. And as it said in the title of the video, I found vintage gold. When I was out and about yesterday, I noticed after work that the open air flea market that I sometimes used to go to after work was back for the first time in quite a few months. And I was looking through all the different cars. And as I might have mentioned in previous videos, this guy selects his cars. He has a 50p box, a £2 box, a £5 box, etc, etc, etc. And one of the first cars I come across was this. So let's get a bit of extra zoom on this awesome Matchbox series number 32, and it is obviously the E-Type Jaguar. And as you can see, the box has seen better days, and it was just literally laying there like that. And I said to the guy, how much is this? Because there was a big price on the side of the box that these cars were in the actual container that housed these cars. And he said £4. So I pounced on it because every time I've seen one of these cars, one of these examples out in any other car boot sale or anything like that, they've always been beaten to death. Cracked windows, missing tyres, etc, etc. This has all 4 tyres. The glass is good. The paintwork is very good. Not mint. The car isn't mint. It has got some chipping on the underneath, which is quite strange, but very cool nonetheless. And it still has its original box, so I pounced on it and got it. So a little bit of information about the actual car. So obviously Matchbox 32B Jaguar E-Type metallic red, 1962 produced, or sorry, that's when it started being produced, to 1968. And when I looked the car up, because my forte when it comes to model cars, vintage ones especially, is the sort of 1970, 73 up to about the early 80s. That was the time, that's the cars I had as a child, was all the cars from the mid and late 70s, and that's what I'm mainly into. So I don't know much about the plain wheel and the older 60s cars, so I had to do a bit of looking up. And anyway, funnily enough, so one of these in mint condition with a mint box, they go for as much as £85. Now that is the sort of book price, that's the value price from an actual toy website. I forgot the name of the website now. Rather than looking on eBay, you look on eBay for these in mint condition and they're like 250, 140. That doesn't mean they're worth that. And then this one, most of these have black tyres. This one has grey tyres, and it looks to me like it's got clear glass. Now if this had been a green glass version, and when I say green glass, a hint of green with the grey tyres, apparently if you come across one in mint condition, they fetch as much as £1,300. But I did find one of these in this condition with the same colour tyres, and the box was in the same condition, and it was going for £95. Well, actual fact, was a couple there, and one had sold for just over £100. Now I'm not somebody that cares about the money, but obviously when you do your research, you do see what these things are worth and what they're selling for. So if I was to be somebody that was to sell these and not want to collect them, you'd make a nice profit because it cost £4. But obviously I'm somebody that wants to collect. I'm not bothered by the money, but I was always interested to know when you buy these things out in the wild and you do come across vintage gold. And this is a lovely little car, really, really nice. So happy to find it, not because I could make a profit, just because it's survived all these years, and really happy. And like I said, it has the original box. That flap has come off unfortunately, but that's like it was when I got it. But very cool to find a car from the early 60s in very good condition. Not mint, just very good condition. Then the next piece I found was this. Very cool, and I believe it's a Ford Thames. So its actual full name is the Matchbox 70A Ford Thames Estate car, produced from 1959 to 1966. And again, this was in the same box, except this one was labelled up. And he had it labelled up for, if we look, so there you go, it's got the date on it, and it says £5. And when I peeled the label back, it obviously dropped it from £8. But again, from something from 1959, and the condition of it, you know, again, it's not mint, but it's phenomenal. And as soon as I seen this, I pounced on it, because I mean, I do really like my vans. This is obviously a sort of a British van. There was lots of Thames vans back in the day. I've got some other models that are made by Thames, or should I say they're Ford Thames. But what a cool piece. And two-tone paint, so obviously yellow and what looks like a turquoise blue. No interior, because they didn't have interiors back then. In the earlier 50s models, they didn't have no glass and no interior. And then as time went on, they started to put glass in. And then by the time the 60s came, they started to add interiors. But what a great piece. And I've literally done nothing to these two cars. This is the condition, a little bit of rust, but you can allow it. There you go, Thames estate car, made in England by Leslie, all that great stuff. But yeah, what an interesting little piece. And like I said, I don't know a massive amount about the older stuff. My stuff is the 70s, I know way more about. But so I basically spent £9. And like I said, I keep saying it, vintage gold. If you're into the old earlier vintage, you can't go wrong. Like I said, I know a lot of collectors, and I spoke to the guy briefly, and he did say that he gets a lot of people, and they either come past and they want to buy these cars, and they look at them, and basically if they're not mint, a lot of collectors, if they're not mint, they do put them back. Or you get the people that take the mick, and they try and offer, like I said, he's had a few people come past and they've offered him £1, 50p, you know, just greedy people. And I didn't bat an eyelid. I actually said, are you sure this is £4? To be perfectly honest, I would have paid £10-15 for it. It's a lovely little piece. This will be going into my cabinet later on, as it is too good to pack away. But anyway, that is today's video. I couldn't wait until Monday. I am going out again this weekend to look for some more die-casts. There's some car boot sales and other sales on, so I will be out looking for some more vintage pieces for Vintage Matchbox Monday's episode. But I couldn't wait. I wasn't waiting any longer. This is supposed to be my night that I do my Friday night customs. I have got a custom I've been working on. I am going to be showing it tomorrow. I think I'll do a video Saturday instead. As I said, I wanted to show these. But anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more vintage unboxings, Vintage Matchbox Monday's episodes, all that good stuff to come. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Take care.